What is HundrED? Hello, everyone. I'm Alevil Macaisa, a homeschool educator. I am part of the GIFT team and the Invent Future.Global team, and also a HundrED ambassador. So with me are 200 youth ambassadors, and I'll let them introduce themselves.
Hello, everybody. My name is Perrin, but you can call me Perrin. I'm 14 years old and I'm a 100 Youth Ambassador. I'm really excited to be here.
Hello everyone. I'm Allyra and I'm 14 years old, a Filipino homeschooler in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, and I'm also a 100 Youth Ambassador.
What is HundrED? So HundrED is a mission-driven organization dedicated to helping every child flourish by giving them access to quality education. We believe that with education innovations, we can transform school systems and equip students with skills to thrive as global citizens. Founders Sakut Tuaminen and Lasse Laponyami shared that when HundrED was founded years ago, there were specific problems in the world of education that they wanted to solve. Practically all the discussion around education was extremely negative, and so they wanted to change the tone. Instead of focusing only on talking about the problems, they wanted to shift the conversation to discussing the solutions. This was because as they recognized that there were massive challenges that education faces in all countries around the world, they also realized that there were what they called bright spots. These are the individuals or institutions who have faced these challenges head on, made creative and innovative solutions, and are impacting student learning to bring about positive change for their community.
We recognize that we are living in a very interconnected global world, and still, sometimes we are too inward focused to know what is happening elsewhere. 100 identifies those brilliant solutions, impactful and scalable education innovations, and help spread the word. Through a rigorous research process, 100 selects 100 inspiring K-12 education innovations annually and packages them in a way that anyone, anywhere in the world can understand and implement them. Our goal is to improve education and foster a movement by encouraging valuable, impactful, and scalable innovations to spread, mindful of context, across the world.
At the heart of every member of 100 is the idea that the purpose of education is to help every child flourish, no matter what happens in life. The foundation of basic education and traditional academic skills will always play an important role in education. However, to thrive as global citizens in a fast changing world, we need to develop a breadth of skills, establishing core values and attitudes along the way. We are keen advocates of a child centered approach, championing personalized, passion based, and authentic learning opportunities. We also believe the relationship between an inspired educator and their student will remain essential. All of this should be reflected in the learning environments of the future, growing inclusivity and diversity, prioritizing holistic well being, and opening up to the wider community. To encourage motivation, assessment must be aligned with the core purpose of helping children flourish. To move forward with the above, we require visionary leadership at every single level, from all our stakeholders in our education ecosystem, including youth. We identify, amplify, and facilitate the implementation of impactful and scalable education innovations. To date, 100 has 745 selected innovations, 20,710 innovation reviews, and impacted 1.36 billion students in around 108 countries. When you visit 100.org, you can find that there is a listing of all the innovative approaches that help our children flourish in life. You can find them by category, and when you view the page, you are given an overview of the innovation, its impact, and information as to where you can learn more about it. Again, all innovations are packaged in a way that anyone, anywhere in the world can understand and implement them. In practice, 100 fulfills its mission through the following: 100 Global, HundrED Spotlights, HundrED Open, HundrED's Community, HundrED's Media, HundrED's Research, and HundrED Innovation Summit.
HundrED's Global Collection is an annual list of 100 education innovations recognized as impactful, innovative, and scalable. HundrED's in-house research team discovers and analyzes innovations using a multifaceted approach through desk-based research, receiving applications, speaking with experts, and attending events. They then chronicle and collect extensive information for comparison and feedback, including one-on-one, in-depth interviews, and a bespoke scaling system. So the process is discover, then review, then analyze, and finally select. HundrED Spotlights are focused research projects which select education innovations within a specific region or theme, created in partnership with external foundations and organizations. In each spotlight, we dive deep into chosen theme and identify innovations that provide scalable and impactful solutions to the subject. Being part of the HundrED Spotlights gives visibility to selected innovations and allows partners to build their knowledge of innovations, make authentic connections with other education stakeholders, and help education change for the better. Samples of spotlights would be the policy report on social and emotional learning and the focus on informative assessment as a tool for improving learning for every child.
HundrED is an open platform that allows education enthusiasts around the world to submit their innovative ideas and approaches in K-12 education. We welcome and celebrate a whole community of innovators. So please do apply if you have an innovation you think that the world should know about. Did you know that the Global Innovation Field Trip is listed on the HundrED Innovations page as well? Our friends from Invent Future.Global, Vicathon, Kids Chemical Solutions, Yo Invento, and My Machine have their own pages too. HundrED encourages that the pages be updated every few months to reflect the growth and development of each innovation, and the research team reviews them to see which can be shortlisted for the next annual collection of 100 global inspiring innovations. Now, the HundrED community, we believe change in education can only come from a co-created vision to the future, involving all stakeholders. At HundrED, we believe that the power of connections and collaboration and our innovator community showcases to the world that educational innovations can scale. So we have innovators, implementers, ambassadors, and academy members. You can join the community because at present there are more than 1,100 ambassadors, over 700 youth ambassadors, all from 96 countries. How can you become a HundrED ambassador? So it's a community that is growing, made up of passionate individuals that are making change happen in education. We welcome stakeholders across the spectrum of education to join this community to connect and learn from like-minded individuals and share and implement innovations in education. If you have a drive and interest in education innovations and want to play a part in helping good practices to spread, then you can become a HundrED ambassador. When you become a HundrED ambassador, you're expected to identify and share impactful, scalable, local, and global education innovations with our research and community team. You can help make connections between HundrED innovators and local educators to help spread their impact to more children, and you can inspire. So you can host local events and convene local education innovations to the community under your leadership.
If you are between the ages of 12 to 19 and would like to learn how to lead a movement and shape the future of learning, then the Youth Ambassador community is the right place for you. HundrED Youth Ambassadors are future innovators passionate about education. Khadija Aladdin, head of community of HundrED, says, the inspiration behind the community stems from a desire to have students involved in our projects, as well as highlighting youth voice in all aspects of our work. As a youth ambassador, you will be recognized as a youth ambassador and receive 100 youth ambassador stickers and a media package. Be invited to an exclusive Discord channel to connect and chat with your fellow youth ambassadors. Be invited to all local and global events led by the 100 team and the 100 community members, and be invited to review innovations as part of the 100 Academy. Speaking of the 100 Academy, in order to inform our selection of the 100 Global Collection, we seek enthusiastic and passionate stakeholders and education to help review innovations selected by the 100 research team. 100 Academy consists of all stakeholders and education, from educators to students, innovators to experts from a wide variety of countries. The reviews made by 100 Academy are instrumental in the final selection process. While this is a voluntary position, members of the 100 Academy have exclusive access to the leading innovations in education globally, as well as additional perks offered by 100.
We identify, amplify, and facilitate the implementation of impactful and scalable education innovations. All innovations are reviewed using the following criteria: innovativeness, valuable improvement within the context; impact, established for at least a year with demonstrable evidence; scalability, adaptable in new environments with commitment to scale. As a reviewer, you will get an insider look at the leading innovations in education today, review innovations for 5 to 8 hours over a 2-week period once a year, and share your insights with the 100 research team via our online review tool. You will also be recognized in the reports of the collections you review. You'll get invitations to online events for the collections you review, led by the 100 team. You will also receive a certificate acknowledging your contribution to the 100 Academy, and also be able to use this experience to add to your LinkedIn profile, CV, and email signature. 100's media team creates news items, articles, and community blogs, and maintains 100's digital platforms to help our global audience discover innovations from around the world easily. The 100 Media team produce new and original content weekly, published on our website and exterior publications such as Scientific American and The Guardian, where we highlight realistic and practical solutions to support positive change in education. Everything we share through our media is grounded in 100's research. We only share innovations and ideas that have been identified as innovative, impactful, and scalable. We strive to be a trusted and positive resource for every reader, where they can learn about all the wonderful things happening in the world of education, and where innovators who are dedicating themselves to this noble cause can be celebrated. Our positive and solutions focused approach is also present in our social media channels, where we help inspirational and informative ideas to spread. In addition, 100 articles and videos have been published in Scientific American, The Guardian, Fast Company, and The Huffington Post.
To make sure 100's work is at the forefront of education, we carry out our own original research into the problems education faces today so we can better understand how to tackle them. All of our research papers, spotlight insights, and 100 inspiring innovations are available for free on our website for anyone to learn from and be inspired by. We believe that through this multi-stakeholder, collaborative, and positive approach, we can create a global education movement to improve education for every child.
To celebrate the release of our Global Innovation Collection, we annually organize the 100 Innovation Summit for the world's most inspiring education innovators, educators, youth, and other engaged stakeholders in Helsinki and Finland. The 100 Innovation Summit is an annual 3-day celebration of education innovation with talks, workshops, and discussions. This year, The theme is Beautiful Risk of Innovation. Together, we will take a look at what kind of risk-taking is required to address persistent gaps in education. Also, how can we create education systems that tolerate and encourage risk-taking in an ethical way? 100 Innovation Summit 2022 brings a curated group of speakers, education innovators, and experts to Helsinki on October 26 to 28. And you can register now for that 100 Innovation Summit 2022 online program to learn from the leading education experts and innovators at 100.org/summit.
Thank you. This was very interesting, and I'm gonna check it. How can I be part of it? I saw that I already put the Vicathon, but I would like to take part, and I understand that the beautiful risk of innovation can be also online. Am I right?
Yes, you can register online. It's in a few weeks, so do register.
Yeah, and will you be there?
We're not presenting as innovators, but we're also attending online. Came across 100 first last year during the summit, and that was something that blew my mind. Similar to what GIFT does, it inspires and brings hope because of, not just problems are being presented, but actual solutions. And this is really just very inspiring as well.
Okay, so I must check it.
Yes.
Thank
Do you have any questions, Celeste?
Yeah, I would like to know, okay, you take part in such an event, but what more than that you actually do regarding to 100 to this community?
I think Perrin would like to answer.
Watched their content or read about their content,
Right.
but what else?
So as a 100 Academy member, so that's a different application if you want to be part of that, you get to review the innovation. So you get firsthand information on the shortlisted innovations. And we've all been part of that. So that was an amazing experience. And I think maybe Perrin and Allyra can talk more about that. Even 100 youth ambassadors were allowed to be part of the academy.
So the 100 Youth Academy, the way it works is like Alevil said, we would be able to have insight. We'd have a first look at these new education innovations. So one thing that I remember, one of my favorite innovations I remember, is this school I believe in South America, that was using the power of robots and AI to be able to teach their students. They would take this, I believe what I remember, they would take this robot and they would teach their students how to code that robot, how to make it identify the difference between a picture of an apple or a picture of banana. And I really felt inspired when I saw that there are still people making progress. There are still people actively setting their mind to making the lives of our future generations better, to teach up these children the skills that they would need for the future and not of the past. Because if there's something that you've noticed, is that the education system has in many places has not changed since, let's say, 100 years ago. Because if you look at the classroom, let's say pre-pandemic, before you'd have rows of seats, raise your hand whenever you want to talk, and it wouldn't be that. It's very similar compared to a classroom 50 years ago. And I'm just really, really happy that people are setting their minds to making sure that these children are not prepared for given tools that were made for people in the past, but they're being given tools for to be people of the future.
Yeah. Okay, I understand. Celeste, do you want to ask anything?
Yes, I'd just like to make a comment in terms of what Perrin said. Firstly, by the way, thank you for introducing me to 100. Can you believe it? I think I must be the only person in the whole world who never heard of this program. So I shall be certainly doing a lot more exploration and learning about it. But Perrin, your comment that you made, which is a very standard and very good comment, in that we're not preparing students for the future. And we've also heard that there are jobs that exist that we don't even know what they're going to be, but we still need to prepare to be able to confront them. But I'm an old-fashioned lady, and without the basics of the 3 R's, you know, reading, writing, arithmetic, you can't have critical thinking. We could never have a gift. We could never, you know, you need to be able to learn your ABC. You need to be able to understand the basics so that you can discuss, so that you can think. So somewhere there's got to be a match or a fudge line.
A middle ground.
Old-fashioned learning and new needs meet. And I think a lot of people are rejecting the old-fashioned learning by saying, well, it's no good anymore. We don't need it because we can't face the future with it. But we can't face the future without it. So there has to be some kind of a middle, as you say, middle ground of understanding, not of action, because action, we've got to learn ABC whether we like it or not, but of action in terms of marrying the two. But thank you very much. It was a fascinating presentation. Thank you.
Thank you. Alevil, anything?
I think I wanted to add to what Celeste said. When I was thinking about homeschooling, I mean, my ideas before were also like that. I just wanted something new. And in a way, that changed when I learned about this and also about brain science and how we learn. Because as I learned from neuroscience point of view, we can't just rely on information that is on hand with our phones, with Google, because that doesn't become our long-term memory. You actually need some form of memorization, like the old-fashioned tools as well, things like that, in order to put the ideas that you learned into your long-term memory. So if you just keep on scrolling and Googling, it's just, it passes your brain. So it doesn't become part of you. And in order to be creative and innovative, it has to be in your long-term memory. You can't like make the connections if they're not in there. So if it's just in your short-term memory, just the things that you see every day and then you forget them the next day, it doesn't, you don't get creative. You can't force yourself to be innovative because you're not yet there in your long-term memory. So that was something that I now am trying my best to also help our children how to do that, since you know, that's the thing, that we continue learning on ways to do things and appreciate all the things that we're being exposed to.
Yeah, I agree with you. Okay,
I think
thank
it's
you.
also a connection factor, in the sense that if something interests you, you want to carry on. You want to research more, you want to find out more, you want to speak to more people about it, you want to partake, you want to try, all those kinds of things. If somebody came to me and said, I've got this wonderful method of brain surgery, you really need to read it. It would just bounce off, because brain surgery is not of interest for me now or ever. But for instance, I think there's that interest factor, because if you can have the emotional attachment to your education in any format, you'll then run forward, as
Correct.
opposed to just dragging your feet and thinking, got to go to class again or learn or whichever. So the emotional contact, I think, is important as well. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
welcome.
Thank you very much.